Alright, what's going on? I'm just gonna do a VOD review of one of my games here. It's Gold Korea. Yeah, so the point of this is just to do a VOD review because I think I did a pretty good job kind of carrying this game with my bot lane. So I just want to kind of talk about my decision making and then see if there's any mistakes that I made. I have to kind of keep my voice down because my wife's sleeping in the other room. So hopefully this is relaxing. But yeah, basically I'm like a 2 million Azir main, currently hard stuck, not hard stuck, but gold in Korea. So take it for what it's worth. But yeah, just want to go over my VOD. Let me turn the volume down a bit, jeez. 1 second. Yeah, so let me look at the team comp here. Yeah, so we got Kled top lane, Kindred jungle, Kaisa, and Shaco bot into a Renekton top, Kayn jungle, and Tristana mid, Aphelios Lux bot lane. So one of the things that I have a lot of experience with in this matchup versus Tristana is just do not interact with this champion, at least as Azir. Like, let me put the camera on me first here. But yeah, do not interact with Tristana because she is so busted early. You'll see like the damage that's just capable of outputting if you even try to walk up to the wave. I think I did a pretty good job just like staying outside of her range so she can't jump in on me. So that's kind of the game plan here, is to just stay safe, go for farm, any free sort of like tower plating, I'll go for that, and then we'll see what happens from there. So this is actually really lucky. I was able to spot the Kayn in this bush here, else he would have started the crows, and then he would have probably invaded our Kindred or something. And that was actually, I was actually about to not do that, but as Azir, you have a free vision check with your W when you place it in a bush, so you might as well do that. And it ended up paying out, because now we know where the Kayn's going, and our Kindred didn't get her crows stolen, and she didn't get, like, outsmited level 1 for a red buff. So as you can see here, I'm literally not going to walk up. I'm going to stay far back as possible, because I know what Tristana wants to do. She wants to jump on me, get her Hail of Blades, stupid, what is it, bomb proc, whatever it's called. I kind of stepped up here, but immediately back off. Do not even try to trade with her. It's just like disgusting damage. So we definitely tilted her. We ended up carrying this game. I think I went like 13-3 and something with most damage in the game. My bot lane then ended up doing pretty well as well. My top lane was kind of unfortunately turbo-inting. So I actually don't want to do this gank here. I should have pinged her off of this. I think we go 1 for 1. That was a bad Q by me. Okay, so yeah, okay. There's a lot of misplays there by me, actually. I should have first pinged her off of this, I think. I don't even get the kill. I get like an assist, I think. Yeah. So let me pause that for a second. So like first of all, well, I'll actually even rewind. I think that, let me rewind a little more. Like I don't even want to do this gank as Azir because I just do not like ganks early on Azir because it usually just means that I'm going to be wasting my mana and I'm going to be wasting my like farm. Like I'm going to miss potential farm. I'm going to take aggro from the minions and then from the potential trade, and then I'm just going to miss potentially XP, and definitely I'm going to miss some farm. It's definitely going to drain my mana. So normally I do not like these ganks. So I think my first mistake here is because my Kindred was pinging it out. She's like sitting right here. I could have just pinged her off. Obviously it ends up kind of working out because we went 1 for 1. But the wave is kind of like in an even state with a cannon minion wave, and I just know I do not have the damage early to deal with this Tristana, even if it's a 2v1 gank, especially because she's like half health. So yeah, I should have probably pinged that off. And then I think I missed a Q here too, or I Q'd too early. I should have known that the Tristana was gonna like jump in. So I Q'd here, which was bad. I should have held my Q, and knowing she was gonna jump in or flash or something. Because I could have gotten a slow off. And actually, yeah, if I Q'd here, I could have potentially killed her and then saved the Kindred's life. So that was a misplay by me. And then this was a misplay. As you can see here, I flash in, and then I accidentally auto the minion behind me. That's because when I attack move or whatever, I hold down my shift key and then I click my mouse to attack the nearest enemy. And then sometimes this is a scenario that happens where I accidentally clicked I clicked too close to the minion, and I ended up hitting the minion and then not the Tristana. So that was 2 misplays in a row that ends up making it so I have to like flash for her. Or I already flashed actually, sorry. Yeah, and then we ended up getting a kill, so it works out. My Shaco got it. Actually, Mike Kaisa got it. Oh, nice. Okay. So it works out 1 for 1, but overall I don't like that. And then I have like the global vision turned on, so we can see that the Kayn, because of that, was able to invade. And then get some free wolves. Yes, if I remember correctly, I think the Kled, I think a failed gank happens top lane or something. Let me actually see what's happening here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Kindred paths top, and then the Renekton gets like a double kill or something. As we'll maybe see shortly. So same kind of game plan, because I haven't backed yet, right? Like, she's backed with a kill, so she's got that, whatever that component of static shiv is. And then I only have a reef, so I always start, I guess let me pause for a second, as she's about to jump in on me again. So normally I go for Azir, the rune setup is, I don't even know how I can display my runes, but it's like lethal tempo, it's the lethal tempo tree, and then it's followed by the boots, like the magical boots, and then the futures market, and then the whole strategy here is to just hit your power spikes as early as possible with Azir, which is getting his Lost Chapter, and then just getting his Leandries. So I always play super safe every single game. I'll try to focus on farm if I can, and if you do that, you can have a 10-minute Leandries, and then like I think it's like 11 or 12-minute boots, even sometimes Sork boots if you get like a plating or something like that, or if you happen to pick up like an assist. So yeah, I always start refillable and what is it, mana flow crystal. So I have no damage whatsoever. So I'm just still trying to play as safe as possible. As we see, she's about to jump in here on me right now. And I'm just gonna hopefully back off. I'm assuming. Yeah, I tried to E away, but she blocked it. Look at that damage, dude. That's just disgusting. I'm 1 level above her, by the way, or I leveled up in that trade. But I've just had so many like Vietnam flashback experiences of playing against Tristana, like level 1, and she just jumps in on me and then one-shots me, and it just completely ruins my game. So I've kind of learned the hard way not to do that. Yeah, so I think I have my Lost Chapter here, right? Yeah, I've Lost Chapter. So basically, because of the strat that I'm doing, which is the futures market and then buying the mana crystal, I already have a Lost Chapter, and it's only like 4 minutes into the game, and I haven't even done anything. I have subpar farm. So another thing I'm doing is I know Tristana's playing aggro, and I'm just trying to spam ping whenever she roams, like really religiously. She actually almost got me here. She had a nice little jump in on me because I knew she was roaming top. So it's a little rough for a start, as you can see, but we ended up staying alive. We don't die. Besides that one little gank, she doesn't really get anything else after this, I don't think. Yeah, so it's free Q. She walked up in my range. There's no way she can do anything to me there unless she has her jump, which I think was on cooldown. Yeah, okay, that was a good, another free Q. So once I start, oh yeah, I'm going to engage with this, right? See, I'm going to back away. Because if you engage there, you will be at like quarter health. Maybe you'll be able to chunk her down a little bit, but you're going to 9 out of 10 times lose that trade, at least early. Looks like she's backing, or she might fake the back, I can't remember. Let's see. She actually backed. I noticed later on in the game that she would back and like sit behind the wall to try to cheese me. So now I'm just gonna push this in. I think I look for a reset and I'm spam pinging maybe that she's missing. I missed cannon, I think. Oh no, I got it, nice. I think I take a back here, yeah. And I ping immediately when I see her on the map that I see her. So yeah, pretty slow starts. Not too slow, it's 4-4. Yeah, so our Shaco's 2-0 in our bot lane. The Kaisa picked up that 1 kill. But the Renekton did get a double kill topside. So yeah, and then once again, I'm pinging out immediately that the Tristana is roaming because I know what she's going to do. I can't follow that up as Azir. Like, I don't have... It's like 9 out of 10 times, if the enemy laner roams, it's better to just stay mid. Because you can get the experience and the plates. Because as Azir, you're not going to pick up kills. Even if you can follow the roam up, it's like you're just not going to get the kills half the time. It's not worth it. You might get an assist if you're lucky. And a lot of times, once again, roaming as Azir is not favorable if you're playing into like Tristana, Zed, Fizz, all these champions. So you actually might end up dying. Even if it means like, I don't know, protecting your bot lane or something. It's just usually not worth it. So I think she starts to get a sense that I'm playing really boring, and this is kind of like an underrated playstyle in my opinion. Just playing extremely boring and going for farm, clearing waves, because it starts to make your enemy kind of aggravated. Now I can see that Tristana is trying to invade. We have Shaco, Kindred in me, so this is like a 3v1 scenario, so I definitely decided to go in here. Questionable EQ by me, but I wasn't even really trying to do anything there except just get the Tristana out. I also bought a control ward, which I've been doing more of, to put in that brush to call out roams, which actually I do think comes in handy later. I'm telling you, if anyone's playing Azir, so I have like 2 million points on him, I would say just play safe early, especially since the new change or the recently new changes on Azir. Just try to get your items and you become like a monster. So here she jumped in on me. Let me see about this. Yeah, it was a good trade, I would say, overall. Like, she jumped in on me. The only way she gets her jump back is if she kills me, or if she procs the bomb explosion. So I immediately ult her into the turret, then it forces her flash, and I just trade back with her a little bit. I'm not even going to extend the trade too long, because I'm not confident that I kill her. Now, this part might be a little troll by me. Let me see. I can't remember. I think I have TP still. No, I don't have TP. Sorry. I already used it. Yeah, there's this kind of awkward scenario where we're, like, both... Yeah, she knows. So she's giving me a thumbs up because I think she's aware that I'm playing very passively, and it's probably annoying her. So even though I have a little bit of a health advantage here, I actually don't win this trade, I'm pretty sure. I can win poke, like small poke trades, where she's not able to jump on me, but if she all-ins, then I think she wins. So I just tank the wave just so she's not able to get any damage on the turret for potential plates, because she's really good at taking plates. And then that also helps me secure all the farm. But I mean, I did lose some health for that, so maybe not worth it. So I feel like she's playing like, I know she wants to go in, I can tell. So I'm not really trying to give it to her. I'm just trying to play safe and catch the farm. Even if there's a potential opportunity for me to get the kill, I will not make this play. Yep, so I disengage. Like, I'm a very safe player usually early. And I feel like that's personally how you have to play Azir, at least early. So here she's actually hiding behind the wall on the top left, and she's trying to cheese me if I walk up, which I was assuming she was trying to do. I think I ended up spotting her on vision or something. So I gave her a little thumbs up, and then just backed off. And just take a reset. There's no point in staying now. We got the wave pushed out, and then we're low mana, low health. And I'm spam pinging on the map, if you can see, like... that just keep an eye on her basically. I usually use the vision ping. Just because her only way she wins this right now, at least in the early game, is by roaming and picking up kills. Also, I do still have TP. I thought I didn't have TP. Okay, so I TP, catch the full wave. So I was thinking about trying to stop her back here. That's why I walked up like this. If I went a little earlier, I could have stopped her back, and that would have been really good. Because that would have messed up her back timing, like, really, really badly. But still, we're at a point now. I think we have, like, what, Lost Chapter, and then the Fiendish Codex, or whatever it's called. So we're able to push pretty quickly. So I see Kindred's on our mark, too. That's another... I was perma pushing here, because, you know, Tristana just backed. I have a plate that was set up for me, and then Kindred's on our mark, so it makes sense to push there. And just sit back and relax. So I'm telling you, if people want to play a champion that's like really fun mechanically and really crazy in team fights and really good at stalling out games, then Azir is really good, but he's very boring early. But you're very safe though. Oh, this is a really good play here. Actually, I want to rewatch this. Let me rewatch that. Okay, so what ends up happening here? Yeah, so Okay, we got a numbers advantage. Kindred has a really good ult here. Boom. So it prevents her from dying, and I'm able to ult in, or dash in, and then ult the Tristana out. So she can't get the invulnerability. There's a chance maybe where they go 1-for-1. Like where Tristana kills the Kindred, and then I kill the Tristana. But that's not happening, because that was just a really good ult by the Kindred. I actually didn't expect that, to be honest. And I was able to clean it up with Shaco. So then we get some plates here. Hit him with the thumbs up to tilt a little bit. Always tilt your enemy if you can, in a respectful manner. And then just reset, because I gotta push. I'm gonna go out of vision. Usually I'll reset. Yeah, and see, I can see the cane coming, so just reset out of vision so it doesn't stop your back. I've also had too many instances where I'm like taking a greedy back and then I just get stopped, and it's just like I should have just went out of vision in the first place. WEQ. So yeah, you always want to WEQ to lane, unless you're like low mana. Oh yeah, or you can walk out of the fountain early and then just only at like 75% mana. It's about the same timing. But the only downside of WEQing out of base is you do not have E in lane. So if like your jungler is trying to gank immediately, you have to like spam ping your E that you don't have it. So I got my Leandries now and Sorks at 12 minutes. Yeah, so that's just off of 1 kill and then like farming pretty good, like 97 farm at 12 minutes. It's not great, but it's not bad. So this is where the lane kind of swaps to where I can bully her now, because if she walks up at all, I can basically get her to like, per each trade, probably like quarter health each time. And then if she lets me extend the trade, I can get her to like half health. Because my chair keeps like collapsing down on me. So I end up roaming here. Use E on him. He flashes the Leandry's burn. This is actually pretty well played, I think, by me. I let him jump in on me. Okay, I tried to flash to get the 3rd kill there. Probably not necessary. Let me rewatch that too, actually, because this is a mistake that I used to make a lot when I would play Azir early on. Let me see. Let's just rewind it. Where am I? Okay, so I'm coming over from mid. Let's just like slow it down a little bit. Okay, maybe not that much. Slow it down once I get there. Alright, so I just E into him immediately to try to execute him, and I'll get another soldier placement if I land my E. So he flashed, which was not good because I have Leandries, so I was gonna kill him anyway. Now, normally the mistake that I would make in this situation when I used to play Azir is I would immediately like dash in to this fight, like right here at this moment in time. Now, obviously I can't do that because I just used my E, which is probably actually good because it ended up making me play Azir correctly. But if you're in a situation like this, you always want to let them jump on you and then ult them away, which is what I'm about to do, especially if they're dive champions. The only time you want to dash in with your ult is if you know it's going to execute them or if you are trying to set up and engage. But a lot of times, like when I played Azir at the very first time, like when I was very new to Azir, and when I see a lot of people playing Azir, they have a tendency to want to just dash in immediately, which obviously I kind of did that before, but that was because I was trying to execute the dude. But you try to like dash in immediately, and then you ult somebody away, but then you have literally nothing left. Where like if you watch, I hit them, I kite them out. Do I dodge? I don't even dodge the Lux thing. But yeah, she jumps in on me. I'm able to hit her away, so she can't do anything, and then I could just, for free, pick up the kill. I almost got another one here too. Could have been worth. If I got the kill, that would have been a flash. That was worth, in my opinion. But yeah, so the concept is always let them come to you and then knock them away. Unless you're trying to set up like a hard engage, like where you know you're stronger than them and you're just trying to go in immediately, or you're trying to catch somebody out. Like using Azir ult essentially defensively is usually pretty underrated, because a lot of people want to get fancy with the Shurima shuffles, including myself. Man, that kind of brings up a good point in general of like, when is it a good time to Shurima shuffle? You should always be thinking about this, is like, if I shuffle in, is my team strong enough to kill the enemy, or am I strong enough alone to kill the people that I'm about to shuffle? If the answer is no, then do not do it. Like if you're fed, if you're level like 13 and they're level like 10, 9, you could literally just go in 1v3 and then like shred everybody, but that's not always the case. Just because you can Shurima Shuffle doesn't mean you should. Alright, so I'm just gonna take it back here because I have a lot of gold. And I'm just once again spam pinging constantly that Tristana's roaming. Okay, I think I see her just lingering around, so I decided to push another wave. Just to punish her for going up there, because I know what she's trying to do. I know she's staying up there. I don't have vision on her, I don't think, at this point, but I know she's over there. So I make her miss another. Yeah, and then I think I see her up there, so I just decide to commit to taking this turret. I wasn't 100% sure, but I was pretty confident she was over there. Or I knew she was over there, but I wasn't sure if she was coming back to lane or not. Then just push this in. This is free. This is a play I like to do a lot in general. When the enemy is distracted, I think you get so much value out of just pushing mid, putting your turret down, and then taking the second tier middle turret, or taking the third tier middle turret, like the inhibitor turret. Alright, so they put the inhibitor down top lane, but I don't really care about that turret, honestly. They can take it. I think this one is so much more valuable. She jumps in. I actually messed up my ult here. I could have ulted her in a way that she couldn't escape that, so that was a really bad misplay by me. But I had the right idea. Now, I could go for a kill here, but I was about to say, like, I was pretty confident that they're chasing me, so you have to be careful about that. So I try to kite this dude out. I could have maybe turned on this dude. I have a 2-level advantage. Yeah, so I didn't see the Renekton actually, or I saw him, but I didn't know he was like here. I thought he was in the lane, so I ended up just dying here. So a way I could have potentially played that differently is if I didn't screw up my ult on the Tristana. She would have been dead, and then I would have been able to fight the can under my turret, no problem. And I wouldn't have even run into the Renekton in the first place. So that's unfortunate. So let's take a look at the score. I am currently 3-1-2, 130 farm. 16 minutes. Our bot lane is doing well, but our Kled's 1-4, and he was pretty tilted at this point. I think he was like spam pinging, or he was chatting something to our jungler. So they have a strong Renekton, and then pretty much everyone else on their team, and the Kane's kind of strong, I guess, too. And everybody else on their team is just like meh. So I TP in right on the Kane because he was trying to get this cannon, so I just kind of zoned him off of it, and then I saw my team fighting. So that was the reasoning for that. Let's see what happens here. I don't have my E up because I used it to dash in, but I just shred this dude, yeah. You just gotta stay back in DPS. This is free if I can catch up to him. Yeah. Then our Kled initiates. Okay, so I think I don't even chase here, because like a lot of these fights, he'll kind of just like overextend and waste time. I'd much rather go mid and just catch the wave, even if there is a potential kill. You can always reassess. Like I went mid, catch the wave, and then I can see that they're fighting again, so I might come back to help them. Yep. So ult the Renekton away here to separate them, and I can kill the Kane. And if I don't get it, yeah, the Shaco picks it up. So I want to kill this Renekton, but I think I know that the other ones are around potentially here. Yeah. So Shaco goes in. I kind of bait him around a little bit to chase me, and then the Shaco is able to go in. Ah, dang, I think I actually almost could have turned this. It's unfortunate. Tristana had a nice ult. She like knocked me backwards, essentially like Lee Sin kicking me away. Not bad. You could argue that I overstayed and we should have just backed off after the, what is it, the Renekton kill or whatever. So Kled was kind of like AFK splitting at this point, and that's another thing. If you're ever in a game, like, and someone's AFK splitting because they're mad, just let them AFK split. It's actually pretty useful because that's all they can do. Like, they need to catch up in XP and they need to get gold and stuff with the farm and the towers. And it actually does put pressure on the map, so don't ever flame somebody if they're AFK splitting. I mean, obviously if they're doing it too extensively, it can kind of throw you the game, but it's better than having someone just go AFK in the fountain. And I think the Kled ends up turning. Yeah, he's like 1 in 5 right now, but he ends up like actually turning it around. And he makes some pretty good plays actually. Like he had a good ult down there earlier. So I want to go for the Rift here because I think this is just free because I'm pretty strong. I think Kai'Sa's pretty strong. Everyone's pretty strong. Yeah, we have like a 5-2 Kai'Sa, 5-2 Azir, 7-1 Shaco. Renekton's all the way to bot lane, splitting. This is pretty free. And then Dragon spawning. I'm trying to think what else. Looks like Aphelios is spam pinging. He's trying to make a bot lane play here on the Kled. So everyone's just kind of prepping for Dragon. While they're doing that, I always try to go for the wave if possible. Because you get free XP, free gold, and then you can push the wave in to deny them XP. Now, if fight's breaking out, I dash in, ult the Lux out, and actually end up killing her because the Kindred ult wore off. Just trying to kite backwards now. Yeah, I saw. Okay, yeah, I wanted to flash away to put my turret down. I wasn't sure if, yeah, the Renekton and the Tristana were coming, which it looks like they were. I think they were out of vision. And I just felt like I was in a really bad position there. That was actually a bad Q. I should have angled it in a different way. Come around the back. Zanya, so he can't stun me, and then he should die to my Liandry's. Yeah. Then my Q cooldowns come back up. Let me rewind that. I think that was pretty well played, I guess. Like, they are low, but you have to understand that Renekton is the type of champion when he's got his Fury up like this, he can just like one-tap you when you think you got him. So what did I do here? So I think Shaco ignited. Just slow it down. So I dashed around to go out of vision, or assuming there wasn't any vision, hit him, and then I Zanya's immediately. So because I Zanya's there, he wasn't able to get his, what is it, the Gore Drinker? He wasn't able to get the Gore Drinker heal, and he wasn't able to stun me if he had his stun up. Because if he stunned me and got the Gore Drinker heal, he could have turned that fight immediately. So he ends up dying to my Liandry's. Then my Q cooldown was able to come back up on, or off CD, so I'm able to kill this dude. Then you gotta hit him with the mastery. I think I'm not gonna level up my mastery in Korea here. Just I think it's more BM when you have the like the red mastery instead of the like the blue or the purple one. So I go for the dragon here because they're all dead or they're like on timers where I'm pretty confident I can do this before they can show up. And I can see my Kindred coming, so I think she's gonna get there in time. The only thing I was worried about potentially is like a Lux ult that would potentially steal the dragon and would kill me. Yeah, then if you're ever doing plays like this, always once again save your Q and your E so you can dash over the wall. And remember, you can Q first to throw your soldiers over the wall and then E to them, or you can like W a soldier over the wall. Or you can W a soldier close to the wall and then just dash over. Let's see. My team is putting the Rift Herald down. I think I'm spam pinging him, do not fight. I was telling him, like, I'm back here. I'm, like, way back here, so I told him not to fight. And then I arrive, so let's see what happens. Okay, Kane's trying to go in. You just gotta walk back. You don't want to get caught by CC. Just keep heading back to keep separation. Kane's dead. I think I have my ult here, so I actually do want to engage on this, because, yeah, good. That was a good Kai'Sa ult. Boom, boom. Dang, so if I clipped the Lux, that would have been a triple kill. So that's unfortunate there, but we ended up cleaning it up. Yeah, so that was a time where, how I was saying earlier, like when you want to Shurima shuffle or not, I'll rewind it here. I'll try to go over like what's my thought process. So like I know they probably burned everything in that last fight as they were chasing us down. I know I'm strong. I've got red buff, so I can apply like the slows with my auto attacks. I'm full health, and then I know my damage right now is just disgusting. Like I know I'll like two or three shot the Aphelios and the Lux, and maybe even the Tristana, and yeah, they're all low too. So yeah, so the reasoning for going in here is because look at their health bars. I'm very confident that if I hit all three of them, I'll be able to one-shot the Lux, Probably 2-shot the Renekton, and then potentially even 2 or 3-shot the Aphelios here. Unfortunately, I didn't get the Lux. She just missed, so that's unfortunate. Yeah, she just got away. Yeah, look at that damage. Look at the Aphelios. Yeah. Azir ult, they like buffed his ult, so it does more damage. So that could have been a triple kill, and let's see this here. There's maybe a world where I survive that if I killed the Lux and she doesn't get her ult off, but I think I would have just died anyway to Tristana. But yeah, then our team just ends up cleaning it up. So, not bad. Alright, no they don't, never mind. Unfortunate. I might have been able to, like, do my ult in a little bit of a delay to catch the Lux. Like, walk more at her and then ult, but not sure. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. Okay, so then they're about to chase again mid. Dude, just... Alright, so I'm coming back from base here. Okay. Yeah, so the Baron's up, and like we should probably be looking to do the Baron. Like we're really, really strong. The worst thing is to just die randomly here. But if there's a pick that's available, then it's, you know, obviously not bad. Because if you get a pick, then we can just do Baron for free. Get Renekton in the flank. I saw this Renekton coming, so I just zoned him off. Because the Kai'Sa could get one shot here if he's able to get on top of her. So I'm trying to remember. I think our team was like skirmishing, just Shaco doing Shaco things. And I was just gonna be up here. I was gonna try to go for the inhib. I know what the Renekton's trying to do. He's trying to get a double dash. Yeah. So I'm just waiting as my team is like skirmishing in the jungle. I think they ended up getting a couple kills. Yeah, like 2 kills, 3 kills. So I could stay here and go for this, but then I realized like I need to be there to help shred the Baron, and the Renekton could potentially kill me there if I misstep, so it's just not worth it for me to even be up there. But me being over there was actually not bad at first, because it causes the Renekton, which is one of their strongest members, to have to come and deal with me. So then my team gets skirmish in the jungle for free, because they're pretty strong. Nice, so we get the Baron, then usually you don't want to fight after Baron, in my opinion, because it's literally the one way to negate the Baron that you just took, is to immediately fight and then get pentakilled. So Kled is trying to do a flank here on the map if you see him teleporting in, which I think it's a fine play, but they all kind of dispersed. Yeah, I think he ends up dying here. Yeah. And at this point, it's just once again not worth it to go in my opinion. Just go for the wave. Like we have Baron, we have the wave, and they're kind of like skirmishing and doing all this stuff. So I wanted to push the wave in. All right, let's see what happens here. Kite back. Just don't let this dude get on top of you. Have my dash up. I think he ends up getting away here. I might flash for this. Yeah, so I thought he was going to keep running, so I flashed, but that was probably unnecessary. He ended up re-engaging. So we're 10, 3, and 9. Farm is actually not the best, 155. Normally my games are like lower. Oh wait, what's going on here? So I commit to the inhib, I think. Yeah. Let's watch that again. I was gonna say I commit to the inhib just to make sure we get that. Let's see. So I know I'm strong. I can like 2-shot everybody here. I just want to get the inhib done. I could have maybe went in first on the Tristana to help her out, but yeah, that'll kill the Tristana immediately. The Leandry's burn, and then Kindred comes up. Yeah, so we're at a point now, like at least with the squishes, where we can kind of just stand there and we'll out trade them, just because we have like item and level advantage. And then let me speed the game up here. Got him with the BM. This is a free turret. Got the Baron wave, so I end up just staying, even though I'm low. I know I can just dash away. And Lux just ulted, and I think she tossed her other abilities out, so it's like, what else is she gonna do? Okay, so Dragon's spawning. Kindred, yeah, we're just gonna reset. It looks like Kindred was pathing towards their red buff, but she realized. Speed it up a bit here. Our Shaco's just doing Shaco things. I can already tell on the map. He's just annoying the crap out of this dude. So I'm just running immediately over here just to establish position. Not the best Q. I think at this point I have Morello's, so it's gonna negate a lot of the healing. And then me and Shaco will both have Leandries, so it's gonna be doing some burn damage. So it looks like Kindred is just demolishing this dude. I'm just trying to zone the Renekton. Kled's going in. I don't even know where the Renekton went. What the heck? He must have dashed over. Oh. Yeah, so I was pretty much just like, there was a lot of chaos kind of going on. So if I remember correctly, I was just trying to hold position at the dragon just to keep vision. Yeah, then if she gets in melee range, it's just pretty much done. So we got to pick, so just go for the free dragon. Just fast forward a little more. So yeah, we can push in here. We're pretty strong. Try to get the turret. And if they overextend, I can definitely shuffle in here because I'm very, very strong. Yeah, I tried to go for one, but he was just out of range of my ult, so I just didn't do it. So I'm just going to stay back, go for the turret. I don't really care what my team's doing right now. Obviously, they're cleaning house. Just wait for the wave. And then just go for the free turret and then get the free inhib. You just gotta slowly like choke them out, basically. So I don't even care about this fight, like honestly, I'll just go for the free inhib. Like no need to play it quick and throw, like we're all pretty low here. They're gonna be coming out of spawn with like full health, yeah. So this is a place where a lot of people throw actually, I've noticed, including myself. They'll take this unnecessary fight and then they'll end up just like getting pentakilled or whatever by the enemy team, and then they give off a lot of shutdowns, and then you lose a lot of pressure. They might get a turret off of that, and you end up throwing the game. So there's just like no reason to fight here, in my opinion. Even though we are strong, we can't kill them. Like we could outplay them. It is definitely possible, but it's like 70% versus 100%. So just don't do it. I put my turret down just to help my team kind of back, kind of like zone them. Now I'm ready to back. You can see I'm just trying to back at this point. But I saw her jump in, and then that's just like, okay, that's obvious. She was like overextended, separated from her team, and then she jumped in. She led with her jump, which is really silly. I mean, it's just like a general rule of thumb in League is don't jump in on champions that have jumps unless you know it's like a guaranteed execute. You always want to save it to be defensive, including Azir. So yeah, I think at this point I was telling my team to go for this top turret because it's like the last objective on the map. There's no need to be doing anything mid or bot. That's another thing, dude. I feel like a lot of times in this game state, there's two options. You can either like all go mid and try to just steamroll mid, which is definitely true if you're strong, but like there's no point for us to go mid or bottom in my opinion unless you're that confident that you're going to just like steamroll a team fight and you could just end quickly. But in this case, like the only objective left is just the topside tower, so just go for the topside tower. Because another thing I see so many teams doing, and it depends on comp, but like you'll have teams that'll like group up mid here, and they'll just like permanently shove into like a Kale or something that's level 16, and she's just gonna permanently clear the waves. So just like go for the free objective. Just like play it slow and get what's guaranteed, and once again it's like it just makes it impossible for them to win over time. So like I'm not even joining my team, like I'm literally going for this free turret. Okay, Kane comes in. I kind of misplayed this actually, he could have killed me here. I was kind of trolling at this point. Azanya's, he doesn't get the damage off, he gets a nice knockup. Yeah, if that was 1v1 he actually would have killed me, which is pretty bad because I should have like very easily won that fight in my opinion. But I was just kind of standing there and letting him do what he wants to me. Here's another good thing. I mean, most people know about this. So I backed because I was low health, but I have TP. I can see that the minions are getting low here. You can just TP onto the minions, and it like prevents them from dying, so it can extend a push. Like if you're sieging and you only have one minion, like let's pretend it was just this one minion. It's really high value if you TP onto this minion, because it keeps this like the debuffs down on the tower, and then you're able to kill the tower faster. Whereas if you didn't do that, like the tower debuffs would disappear, and then Kaisa and whatever Kindred would have to tank the tower. You might not get it, and that can actually cause like a turn of a play to where you like slowly throw. So I ended up TPing here, I believe. Yeah, on this one, just to keep it alive as long as possible. Not that it mattered too much in this situation, because the cannon would have tanked all those tower shots. But in the future, like if you ever have one tiny low minion, at this point, it's just done basically at this point. Just dash in, you can do whatever you want now at this point. We're all fed. Yeah, and then just close it out. Hit him with the BM. I think I was spam pinging something. I can't remember if it was this game or last game. Someone was spam pinging their mastery emote, so I had to get him back. Flash away from that because he will kill me there. Dash in to get the shield. Dodge the Lux ult. And that's the game. Yeah, so we had a pretty good game there. I mean, once again, it wasn't just like me carrying or anything. It was just kind of playing smart against the Tristana because I know what she's trying to do. And then we had like a inting inting top lane at first. Our bot lane did really well because she was able to steal the kill from me, or pick up the kill from me in that early Tristana fight. But yeah, all in all, it was pretty good. Like I think this game could have gone differently if I didn't play well. Like imagine if it was like a 10-0 Tristana with like 200 CS, and if I didn't have my my damage output, that game could have gone a lot differently because our top side was really really weak. Yeah, everyone played pretty well though on our team, so pretty good. I think that's all I got. I play Azir. Yeah, I'm in gold. Like gold Korea. I live here with my wife. And those are my credentials. So, yeah.